What's up, everybody? So this is my second July 4th lineup review. Won some good money in this one too. Came in eighth. In this is the same tournament that I played in the afternoon. They had the same one running for the late game, so I threw another lineup in there. I gotta make a review about this lineup because I was so pissed because I swear to God I could have taken first by a mile. Um, so here's how the story goes. Of course, there's always a story when you don't take first, but whatever. So this one, I'm telling you, this was a rough one for me. I was so pissed. So came in eighth, happy about that. Whatever, pleased with the lineup, not bad. 160 points, decent. Guy in first only had 199. Um, so I will. Here's where everything went down. So Kershaw, loved Kershaw, loved his matchup, loved everything about him. He was the best pitcher on the board. He actually finished the top scoring pitcher on the slate. Um, So couldn't really ask for any more than that. The problem with him was his price tag. This was a short slate. I forgot how many games were on it, but um, it was between Kershaw and Brad Peacock for the Houston Astros. I went with Kershaw because I loved his number so much better. Had a higher strikeout rate. Arizona struck out more. Uh, he had a lower WOBA, lower lower numbers all around. So I wanted Kershaw bad, and I took him, locked him up in there. The problem was that I locked him up, and all the other guys that I liked, and this it was such a short slate, like I said before, that finding good bat values was hard as fuck. So I was like scrambling last minute to try to find some good bat values. I was like throwing in. I threw in Peacock for. I'll get that's a different story. So I locked in Kershaw, built my lineup, found the guys that I really liked, locked them up in there. Um, locked in Chirinos. I wanted to take him. He only got 3 points. Whatever. Locked up Napoli. I wanted to take him off the start. He did good. He hit a late home run, which kind of boosted me up into eighth place because I was placed. I think it was in like 20th, and then he boosted me up to eighth place. So thanks for the home run by Napoli, the late one. He hit it in like the eighth or ninth inning. I was watching the game, so thank God he hit that, or I probably would have been screwed. Or I probably wouldn't have placed as high as I did. Um, yeah, so here's where things went down. I didn't want to take Forsyth. I got forced into taking him because I didn't have enough money to spend because I wanted to take Altuve. Um, third base, I wanted to take at third base. I locked up Beltray, so I was taking Beltray either way. Um, so yeah, Beltray was fine. 3.6% owned, which is beautiful in a tournament like this. 12 points, not bad. A little expensive for the 12 points. Wish I could have did a little bit better, but not a big deal. Um, Napoli almost hit two home runs actually in this game, but Benintendi like made a crazy catch for the Red Sox and kind of robbed them. So yeah, thanks Benintendi for screwing me over. Benintendi screwed me over big time. So Forsyth didn't really want him. He did okay, $3,000. He's batting lead off, so I was just like, he's the only really guy that was in that position that I for that money that was good. So I threw him in there. Didn't really like him because Dodgers Stadium is like a more of a pitcher's park, so I don't really like taking hitters over there. Um, I really wanted to load up on guys from the Houston game and the Red Sox game, and taking Kershaw kind of hindered me from doing that, unfortunately, because I would have won a ton more money if I didn't take Kershaw. But whatever, that's where you kind of have to take the good with the bad. Beltray locked up. My boy right here, Lynn, 3.6% owned, $2,000, cheap as hell. Why not? 25 points, awesome. Yeah, he had a great game yesterday. So well, I couldn't really ask for any more than him. Thank God I had him in the lineup, or things probably would have went even worse. Um, so yeah, I don't even know how to say his name. Sue Wee Lin. Yeah, he's been swinging a hot bat lately, so I liked him, and he was so cheap. I love the guys that are $2,000. Here's where things got weird. So my whole outfield. This dude right here, Perella, I had wanted no part of. Did not want to take him at all. Hated the matchup. He was going against Kluber, who went off for Cleveland. But here's where things were strange. So 4th of July, I guess they priced these guys weird for the holiday, and this dude was $1,776, and the minimum usually is always $2,000 right here. an average day. But for 4th of July, for the 1776 date, for whatever date that was for American history, they threw this guy priced at $1,776. So weird, and he's batting leadoff. So wanted no part of him, but I got forced taking him. I'll get to that later. Carlos Gomez didn't want in there either, and Ender and Ciarte didn't want any part of him either. So my whole outfield, I did not want any of these guys in my lineup, but I was forced to because that's the only guys that these were like my third tier. I always set up my outfielders. I'll have like my first tier, second tier, third tier, going by price. And these guys were like in my third tier. These two dudes weren't even in like my like third tier at all. I like threw them in last minute. This guy I threw in last minute. I only had like a minute left to get my lineup in. Yeah, didn't like him at all. So I was going crazy. I was trying to decide: do I keep Kershaw in there or do I put Brad Peacock? I put in Brad Peacock, and like probably like 5 minutes before the lineup's locked, I threw in Brad Peacock. He was like so much cheaper than Kershaw, so I threw in Peacock. I had a ton more money to spend. I threw in Peacock. I replaced Forsyth for Altuve, who had a great game or a huge day. I threw in. His things got bad. I threw in Springer, who went off. I think he had like 30 something points. I threw in Andrew Benintendi, kill me, because he went off for like 70 something points. That all hurt me so bad. And then, yeah, I was gonna have Benintendi here, Springer here, and then instead of Gomez, I was gonna put in Jackie Bradley Jr., who also hit a freaking home run, and nobody probably would have taken him. And nobody took Benintendi either, which is the other crazy thing. I think he was like under 10% owned, so I was so pissed. So right there in my outfield, so I weighed the options. I was like, okay, let's say Peacock only gets me like realistically 30 something points. Kershaw, I knew can get me into this 60-point range. He did awesome, 7 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts and a win. Because he's automatic. He's so free. He's like the best, one of the best pitchers in baseball. Him and Sale. And I thought, all right, if I put in Peacock, how many points am I going to lose at pitcher? But how many can I gain in my bats? So I thought, okay, maybe Altuve will get me like 15 points. Maybe Springer will get me like 10 to 15, and maybe Benintendi will get me like 10 to 15, possibly 20 if one of those guys has a good game, hits 20 points. Did not know, and this is where I screwed myself, that Altuve, Springer, and Benintendi would all have, especially Benintendi, would all have like career freaking days. So by saying I was going to lose 30 points here with the pitcher really fucked me, because if you add it up, I don't know the exact number, but let's say if Benintendi got like 70, Springer got like 30 something, and I think Altuve had like 20-ish, maybe 25. So that's 125 points. And Peacock, I think, got like 40 something points maybe. So didn't even lose out on that much. So I would have had Peacock in there with 40 something points. So do the math. So if I had minus, let's say I subtracted 20 points, so I would have had 140 points. But if I had in Springer, Benintendi, who went crazy, and Bradley, that's easy like 7, 8, 9, 10, let's say 130 points that I missed out with all those bats and Altuve. I would have had about over 200, 270, 250, probably in that range. And the guy that I had first only had 199. I would have been over 200 by a landslide. So I would have destroyed this tournament. But spent the money on the pitcher. Better matchup, pitching in a pitcher's ballpark. I didn't like Peacock pitching in Houston. It's a hitter's ballpark. And things just went south. Luckily, my lineup didn't finish that bad. I still finished 8th and won some money, so I can't complain. But sometimes the cards just don't fall right, and that was the case for this right here. So I lost out on some good money. Definitely would have destroyed this tournament right here by a landslide. That probably would have been the best lineup I ever played in my life if everything went well. But yeah, screwed myself over trying to fit the pitcher in there, which usually always works out, but in this case, that rare case, it doesn't. And in that rare case, the guys that you don't take have career freaking days. Fuck you, Benintendi. You're a great player. Thank you for screwing me. I appreciate it. Springer, fuck you. Thank you for screwing me too. You're a great player. I appreciate it. It's brutal, but hey, that's what happens. So that's why I play this game, just for the fun of it. So I still won some money, and I'm pleased with the lineup. Finished 8th, so another top 10 finish for me. So been rolling lately. So hopefully I can keep it up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, rate, subscribe. Keep an eye out for the blog, thehealthylineup.com. We post this video on there. Check out the blog. We post some content on there regularly. Probably gonna do a podcast tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed.